Hello, everyone. Welcome in. How's it going? Hi. Oh, this music's a little loud. Let's turn that down. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope we're doing good. Here, let's change the song up. I don't like that vibe. I don't like that vibe. All right. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Happy days. What's going on? Oh, that's a good song. That's a good song. What I was made for. So let's see. We hit. Did I stream? When was the last time I streamed? There was a couple of days that I had to miss. For several reasons. One, just not good. Had to have a mental health day last week. It was just not a good moment. And I think we had some activity going on where I wasn't really able to come in and hang out with you guys. I missed you. Promises. I missed you. But glad to be back. I'm gonna do a little. We're gonna do hand studies tonight, so that'll be fun. I haven't done anatomy studies in a little while, so I figured tonight would be a good time to do that. Yes. So yeah, we had Sonic for dinner tonight. Cheers. Hope everyone's been doing good. So yeah, I guess we'll jump right into it, I suppose. Get some warm-ups going. I did look up. Pull that down just a little bit. There we go. I did go out on the Googles and pull up some reference photos to help get posing gestures, which is always good when you're doing modeling, is to have references. So let's make sure we have all of our erasers out here. No pens. Definitely an eraser, though. We have all the erasers. I think it's just that this eraser is too big. I think that's my problem with it. I just don't like it that much. Okay. So we have our tools of the day. Let's switch on over to the art scene. For a beautiful sketchbook all ready to go. We're just going to start figuring this out. So, real basic pose of a hand, and we're just going to start small on this page. And just actually, you know what? I'm going to flip this to the back side of this page because this page was another like warm-up sketch page. So, let's just practice over here. So, basically the palm section is just a big like cube, but you got to think in like 3D. It's kind of rounded. And people always say, I hate hands. And I'm like, yeah, they can definitely be tricky. Hands can definitely be tricky. And then the thumb part is almost triangular because it's got like this triangle that comes off. Oh, that's what's bothering me. And I'm like, what the heck is under this paper? There is a clip that is in the way. Okay, there we go. That's better. And then the digits of the thumb come off that way. That's actually probably too much of a triangle come off. We're going to blend that. We'll see. I don't like that. Let's redo it. This is why we practice. A little more subtle of a triangle angle coming off of that. There we go. that better? I haven't decided. I think this is just going to be the back of the hand. So this will be more thumbnail. The thumbnail's not that big though. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. Zoom. And then scoot it up here. There we go. And then let's crank the contrast a little bit. That's better. Maybe let's not define the details just yet. Let's just figure out the shapes. Just figure out the shapes. That does not work. Whatever. So there's that flat hand. We're just doing gestures. It's fine. try it differently. Let's try it differently over here. Dang it. Let's try this again. I guess we'll draw how we want our fingers to go. And then 3D our boxes in after. There we go. And then this will be our tallest fingy. Okay. Did that wrong. Let's try that differently. Let's try that differently. There we go. Yeah, like that. That needs to be shorter. Shit. Like that much shorter. Thanks for stopping in, Everstop. Enjoy your ban. Yikes. Yeesh. Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Okay. Sweet. Okay, this box is an actual box. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then this. I'm unstoppable today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm unstoppable. With no breaks. In every single game. No, no one got a race to play. I'm unstoppable today. Yep, that looks cool. Alright. Sweet. Just round those lines out. And I'm around, I'll tell you that I can. Turn those blocks into round things. Got yourself some fingies. Unstoppable today. If we come in here and erase these lines. Boom. They start to become quite fingerly like. Yeah. Yeah. Get rid of the box lines. Lovely. Yeah, something like that. What's another gesture we can do? Oh, that's a fun one. Let's see if we can do that. Actually, I'm not going to move my paper. I'm going to move the camera angle down here. So this is kind of like a downward side angle with like a crook finger. So let's see if we can actually make this work. It's that shape. And then this finger comes out, down, back up. How are we doing the other fingers? The other finger, there's a thumb, comes down like this. It must come farther down and back up again. That thumb's too big. This is turning out to be quite the hot mess. Alright, let's figure out those lines. Hey, Chris, how's it going, bud? Are you still? Oh, it's a little late now. I was gonna say, are you still running kids to dance classes and whatever? You're probably home by now. Good. I'm glad you're back home. How you been? Things been going okay? I decided to torture myself with hand studies tonight. Thanks. So I just did a Google search for hands on the internet and decided this is what we were drawing tonight. Been doing all right. Yeah, it's been a rough one around here lately, but we're making it through. Making it through. No, this reference picture doesn't show a fingernail on this finger, and I have a hard time believing that to be true. Now this finger, yeah, I can believe that. And that's not as round on that side. Man, this practice just tells me I need to do more anatomy studies. Jeez Louise. I used to be better at this. I used to be better at this. Yeah, it's totally good. I'm glad I'm glad I decided to do this. Because if you don't use it, you lose it, man. For reals. Oh, Chris, I talked to Michelle the other day, and we talked for 3 hours. And it was absolutely wonderful to catch up with her. She's doing quite well. She said she's missing everyone. Yeah, three 3 hours of catching up and just well, Michelle likes to talk anyways, but it was great to just not have to do anything and be able to spend that time catching up with her. And yeah, there was no lull. And I think we would have talked longer if she didn't have to go pee. But she's like, you know what? I think this is a good time to call it on the phone call. It's like, yeah, been going for a little while. It was good. It was good to catch her up on everything. She's hoping to be able to try to sneak back into the live streaming. Um, Now that she's got herself a somewhat decent she got a new to her computer that she got from her brother-in-law, I think is what she said. And she wanted to test it to see how it would do with streaming. Because streaming is much easier to do from desktop when you're doing art stuff. Okay, that's about as good as we're going to get with this hand. This hand looks so wonky. It's because I made those fingers bigger than they should have been. So I need to make this palm wider. But yeah, she said she misses everyone. Kind of caught her up a little bit on some stuff, about like where people are still streaming and all that. And she follows along with like, the Instagram and stuff. But think that looks okay. So we started off with just your basic hand blocky outy thing, and then we did the little finger pinch block out thing, and then we moved to creepy fingers. So it's progressively getting better. I need to refresh that page. What the heck? Yeah. So not too bad for 40 minutes of practice. Ooh, we should do a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Love it. I love it. I need to go into my sound bites and kind of refigure them a little bit because we're no longer doing Archuary, and I kind of tweaked all my sounds around for the 90s. And though I absolutely love the 90s, and they will probably stick around for a little bit longer, but definitely need to do a re-up on a refresh, if you will. I'm trying to decide what pose I want to do next because they're kind of scary poses. Maybe this hand. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Hand poses for the win. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, this is a good cover of this song. I like it. Here, we're going to turn it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Somebody like you. I must fall in love. Okay, so this hand is going to have a flat here. Because the hand's going to go out like that, except for like that. Like, kind of like that. In school, they made us practice drawing hands without looking at the paper. What? Wait, what? How do you draw a hand without looking at the paper? What do you look at? Do you just close your eyes? Did you have blindfolds on? That's wild. Did you look at your own hand, at least? That's bonkers. That would be a whole lot of no for me. I gotta have something. If you've never done it before, oh my god. Okay, so that's the shape of the palm. And of course, it's rounded out a little bit. You look at your hand that you're drawing. Ooh. I might have to try that after I do this pose. Because that sounds scary. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Okay, so you can't actually see this bottom line. The thumb actually comes out this way. Love you and I wanna fall in love. With you. Okay. That was probably a way big, but we're going to work with it. So how did that exercise work out for you, Chris? Did it look like some alien hand, or did it actually like vaguely resemble a fingy? See, I'm trying to not go like the drawings looked bad, but it helps your brain figure out hands. That's fair. That's fair. See, I'm trying not to I have a really bad habit of turning my instead of just framing it out, I just want to go straight into like shading and doing form that way instead of like actually building out the frames like you're supposed to. Let me just skip all of the steps and just go straight into the like the end steps. And so I have like misproportioned hot messes instead of actual looking things. We're trying not to do that this time. It's called patience, and we're gonna find some. Oh, so this one up here, before we started drawing in little boxies, we drew the direction we wanted the fingies to go. Just a straight line. Just the frosting, please. Yes. Just give me a spoon and open up a can of frosting. Skip the cake altogether. 100%. That's exactly how that was working out for me. Okay, and then we've got a fingy coming out this way. And then this pinky's out here doing its own thing. See, and this thumb is supposed to come out this way. See, I already fucked it up. I already fucked it up, you guys. It's alright. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. That way you figure out which direction your stuff's gonna go. There's a nook here. There's a nook here. You gotta figure out where your nooks go. Nook finder. The Nook Finder 3000. There's a nook here. And this nook's kind of probably run into this other hand over here, but that's okay. And then Fingyland over here, little pinky. There's a couple of little nooks. And he's shorter. And the thummy thumb is not quite as long. Fingyland, yes. Shh. I'm making it up as it goes. It's kind of like McDonald's. You know, they have McDonald's Land with all the weird ass characters. This is Fingyland. They live in Fingyland. It helps if I probably should zoom out a little bit on this one because it is a little bit taller. There we go. In Fingyland, yes, we're going to talk through, and I have weird ass terms for shit. These are all the official terms, by the way. Not. There we go. Yeah, crank that contrast up while we're sketching. Out in Fingyland. All right. Where's the music? Oh, it's just quiet right now. All right. Do, 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 do. Okay, I just made that finger really fat unintentionally. We're about to slim fast that finger right up. Jesus. Calm down. Fingyland, welcome to Fingyland. Okay, and we got some finger pad action. And just the tip. Oh, I'm so bad at the fingers, man. Fingyland is looking good on this one. Thanks. We'll see. It's a little less wireframey and a little more shapely. For sure. Okay, and then this fingy. This little fingy went to market. No. Okay, hold on. We need a do-over. We need a digit do-over. A digital do-over. Digital, get down. Just you and me. Keep wanting to make these fingers like extra fat. Alright, where is the tip on this one? It's right here. It doesn't bend that far in. Why am I making it up? Stop it. What the hell is this song? I don't want to hear about the trauma with your mama. Sure, we'll try that. We don't need no mama drama up in here. That looks good. Wait, how does that stop? How does that function properly? Okay. Yep, like that. It's one big swoopy line. And then another line that comes out this way. Something like that. Yikes. Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. This looks so wrong. Mm-hmm. That was better. There's something wrong with that finger. And this one too. There's a lot wrong with all of it, but hey, Jer Bear. Hey, kiddos. Welcome on in. Thanks for the raid. Happy Black History Month. Who did we draw today? We're being extra handy in here today. Doing some hand studies. Just having a good old chill time. Let's give Jer Bear a shouty outy. There he is. Mr. Eddie Murphy, nice. Yeah, check out Jer Bear's socials. Hell yeah. Everyone could use an extra hand. 100%. So far, my favorite hand is this one. This one turned out okay. It's a little more wireframey, but Yeah, we're just playing around with different hand poses. I'm still trying to figure out this one, but it's turning out okay. It's not been super exciting over here. It's been very chillax. Very chillax. Which is okay. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. That is not a complaint. Welcome to Fingyland. That's right. Chris has been hanging out, chilling in Fingyland with me. It's been quite the adventure. I can't wait to see Eddie Murphy. Actually, I could probably pull him up from your stream, since I have that up over here. Derber, 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 derber. Let's get to the end. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute. That's not the right one. You're loading up the art tax? Nice. There it is. I hear it. I hear it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All the things. I love it. So we get to go through all of these. He's been busy. Busy already. So is this... Hey, Gerber. So this is Eddie Murphy. Oh, you did like the throwback, like old school Eddie Murphy. I love it. This is amazing. How was your stream? I had you tabbed and lurking. Stream was all right. Yeah, it's been a little quiet tonight. That's okay. Oh, well, okay, whatever. It's fine. No big deal. Thank you, Scotty, for the biddies. The biddies. Good night. Just wanted to come in with the raid. Thanks for coming in, Scotty. It's always good to see you. We've also been kind of like tagging each other in different chat rooms this evening anyways. Thanks for the bits, Jerbear, you sweet pea. I can't remember. Who is this guy? The NWA? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that makes sense with the aftermath. And I was like, okay, I don't recognize his face. And so I was like, okay, someone please tell me. Yeah, my goodness, that is quite the throwback. You got a watch streak, yay! Woo woo! Extra points! And then this is like Civil War throwback, right? Yeah. So that's like Civil War time then. Okay. Got you. That's so cool. And then I remember her. This is Diana Ross, right? Yes. Can't the icon and literal. She turned out really, really well. Birdsdale, thanks for the follow, friendo. Welcome in. Much appreciate that. Yes, welcome to the Badger Make Show. We're showing off Jeremy Stoltz art right now. He's been doing Black History Month for February, and so every day he's drawing a new person, doing portraits this month. And then this is Uncle oh gosh, from Fresh Prince, right? Uncle Phil. Yes. Thank you. I couldn't remember the Phil. I was like the Uh-huh. Oh, it's okay. And then I really like how this one turned out. The textures on the in the shadows on the facial hair and all of the scarf and everything just really really turned out well. Yes, I remember. Huh. Yeah, that one was an easy one to pick, and you really. Mhm. True. True. Did But no, you really did a nice little homage to him and his character and just did a really nice job. And then of course the very first one was an influencer. Now remind me. Okay. Nice. What did he say about that? That is Tony. Oh, Tony Tonton. I love it. So you've officially made it through your first week already. I can't believe it's already been your first week. So crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. This is so cool. So are you going to be selling any of these? Or are you keeping them? Yeah. Okay. So what are you pricing these bigger ones as? Cuz sketch cards are usually what? About 10. Oh, I go up to 20 on them. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. But you know what? You could actually take these pictures and put them up on your fourth wall with a price and somebody could buy them off of you. I know sometimes you get hesitant about doing that because of the whole mailing situation, but that would be a really cool like if you wanted to be like in the moment while you're doing the theme to be like at the end of the stream you post it to wherever you're posting it to and then you just stick it in your store if it's something that you're wanting to sell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can always hey, you could always ask for forgiveness later, I suppose. You can always remove it just as fast as you put it up, probably even faster. Mhm. Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, you're going to I'm glad you did. I'm really glad that you did. And even if you didn't like the way Fourth Wall works for your tangible stuff, Ko-fi is also an option. It has the shop in there so you can do the same thing that way. Ooh, fancy. All right. Well, you guys, that is Jeremy Stoltz art. If you guys like what he's doing, make sure you are following him. He's going to be doing it for the rest of the month. And you can see what portraits he's going to be doing next. Chris can't hear you. What? Discord being shady. Hold on. Thanks for letting me know, Chris. Because Discord is supposed to be heard. Lame. Where's the button? There's the button. Is it that one? Mm-mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, they should be hearing you now. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yay. Yay.
Good. Then that deserves a.
It's true. It's true. We all needed that in our lives. I know we were waiting for that to happen and then it did and I'm so excited. So excited. That's what she said. That's right. Mama Tree comes in with a damn it, Jeremy.
And that's what I was waiting for because
Yep.
she thought she was safe because she didn't get it on my show.
Alrighty then. Okay, so I just realized that this fingy looks weird because it's not long enough. That's what she said. It's not long enough.
How many times is Disney Plus going to update their subscriber agreement?
Um, as many times as needed.
It's now available to only use once per year. Every time you want to watch something new, you have to resubscribe.
Yeah, I think they're trying to battle the password sharing situation.
Which we blocked everyone, from you. We changed our password, made sure it can only be used by the people in our house.
Yeah, that's good. I don't think
These are some darn good hands, Lindsay.
they are. I really feel like they're kind of hot mess hands, but they've been getting better. Like, this was the first one that we started with, and I was just kind of like, getting a feel for it. And then we went into this one, which was a little bit different wireframing technique, where you build the block and then you do lines, almost like wires, if you will, to get your badges. How do you get sound clips to work for a Channel Point redemption? It's Sound Alerts extension that's in the Twitch extensions thing. It's like this purple. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Nope, not that one. This one. See this little purple guy down here in the bottom corner? This. If you go into your Twitch extensions, it's literally called Sound Alerts. And it'll bring you to an external dashboard. Open the dashboard. So it looks like this. And you log in with your Twitch. And then you can go in here. This is basically what the website looks like. It's literally just called Sound Alerts. And then you can search for sounds, and you can add, or you can upload your own sounds. Because I have a little mix of both of those. And then in your alerts, you already have that on your dashboard. Okay, so there's channel point. You can have 10 channel points assigned. You can have up to 30 assigned to the extension itself, which is like the little overlay on the stream. You can click it and it opens up an extra menu of things. So you can assign it to be bits, or you can make them free, 0 bits if you want them to play that way. I guess you can create other alerts if you want, but I don't bother with that because my alerts are set up through a different thing. Okay, so once you get the channel, it should have a walkthrough for you on how to set up. If you go to settings and the setup, it'll tell you right here. This will probably be the best way to do it because I don't want to go through it all on this stream. But it'll walk you through the steps on how to set it up with your channel points. And also your browser source link is right here. After you have the extension installed, then you can go in and start messing around with that stuff. I just don't want to turn this into a full text stream right now. But yeah, this video should help you. Oh my Lanta, bro, I don't want to hear your hot mess. Oh, so it talks to. You gotta love this guy. Okay, so there's a bunch of different stuff in here. But it walks you through how to do all the channel bytes and stuff. You just have to make sure that they're like the same name. Most of the time, whenever you're dealing with channel point redemptions and third-party stuff, it's all about making sure the name is exactly the same both places. Oop. Let me refresh this. Okay. Yep. If you have any questions, like if you're literally like stuck, super stuck, just DM me. And then off stream, I can probably like find a time and we can go through it together, because that's usually like the best way to do it. Because I don't mind helping, huh, Jer Bear?
No, you don't mind. Even at 3 a.m. sometimes.
It's true. It's facts. It's true. Sometimes you just
Of course, it
gotta.
helps that my 3 in the morning is not your 3 in the morning.
It's true. It's more like my 2 a.m., which is close to my bedtime,
Right.
but not my actual bedtime. Hey, there we go. That actually looks decent. I accept this finger.
So I found an Instagram model that I'm going to draw a new picture of Abby.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right, so we need to find a
She's a
new
girl
pose.
I've been following for a while now, ever since I seen she did some cosplays.
Mm-hmm.
And then like she stopped doing cosplays, but she still does like these modeling pictures where she's just posing in different poses. And I'm like, I'm still going to follow her because if I need a pose, I've got it.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
she just did this pose where she's in like this long black dress.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that looks like a witch pose."
Yeah, that's cool. I still don't like these.
Let's see. Find Lindsay. Where is Lindsay?
I'm not here.
Nine. I'm trying to find you on. Okay, there you are.
I'm not.
And
I'm not
send
here anymore. I left.
picture.
The only other
So
thing
it'll
is
be the
figuring out how to
second one with her
download
arm
sound
up.
clips to the computer. Ooh, I have a helpful downloading your sound clips to the computer. So if you're using it from the if you're using sound clips from the Sound Alert app, the sounds are already in there, so you don't have to download it to the computer. If you're wanting separate clips, like Jeremy saying bitty 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 or something like that from another streamer, you would have to figure out how to sound capture that from either a clip, taking the audio out of a clip, or recording it on your own somehow. Audacity is a program that's pretty good to help with that. It's free. I've done that myself before. With here, let me play this one. This is gonna be
Yeah, like if somebody sends your daughter a clip of somebody growling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a clip he sent Daisy. Yeah, so I know that they have, because I've done this for like back in the day for like ringtones and stuff, where you can actually have the audio pulled off of a video. You would just have to look it up on Google. It's like a free website to pull that off. If I find it again, maybe I'll share it, but I don't know where it is at the moment. Let me take a look, Jared.
A Google search should tell you.
Yeah, Google's super helpful with that. Ooh, I do like this pose. Hell yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the pose with her arm up.
Yeah.
Because I can add the things on her arms as far as the stockings, and I can add the leg stockings that I normally throw on her,
That's
and then
really
throw a witch's hat on her.
I like that angle too. But yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm totally using that for an Abby picture.
Oh, for heck yeah. For heck yeah.
And it helps that she's already got like a superhero body.
True. That is true.
Yeah, the first time I seen her, she was doing, well, not first time, but one of the first times I paid attention and started following her, she was doing a Domino cosplay from X-Force, but it was the comic accurate version, not the movie one, because this was before the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, that is amazing. I really need to do more anatomy drawing like you're doing. Just the
It's a good practice, and
yes,
I'm
it is.
still trying to like figure out what the hell it is that I'm doing. But I'm like, what? I didn't really have anything else that I wanted to draw at the moment.
No, and like I said, that's perfect. I need to do it with ears and noses and mouths.
I figured I would just kind of like move my way through the body parts until
You got a couple of those anatomy books, right?
I do.
Yeah. So you've got plenty of things to help reference.
Figure. Well, even just honestly, I typed the word hands into
Yeah.
Google and did the image search, and there's a plethora of choices.
Nice.
And so I know enough from the practice that I've done before that I don't have to like have a specific like step by step. Because, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, break it down into shapes, you know, draw your wireframes, and then you add your pieces to it as you go, you know. Let's
And
try.
if we want to be realistic about this, shortly about a year and a half ago, Des tried this with her first eyeball,
Yeah.
and now look at the girl.
Oh my god, she's fire.
I know.
She's fire. Okay, so I'm happy with this one. Turned out pretty good. Oh, there's another one that I would like to do that's kind of like this. Sort of. That, I think. That's going to be interesting. Here, let's flip the page over. New paper! So we're going to start with a box. And this box sprays out kind of like that. So that's going to be like the solid palm square of your hand. And it's going to be the back of your hand. Ish. I don't know if I gave myself enough room for this, but we'll see. All right, so before we start drawing in digits, we just kind of figure out where our fingers are going to go. There's a pinky way the fuck over here. And the thumb comes way back over here. Not that far. And the way these one, two, but you don't really see the third one because it's kind of like in this little stretchy, flushy situation that's happening. Yes, and I talk through my thoughts, and I sound like a crazy person. I made up the term fingy land on the last hand, and Chris Wigan quite enjoyed that. It's now officially a part of our Badger Makes lore. Welcome to Fingy Land, where we draw all the fingies. And there's little Nuck. Okay, this is a Nuck. This is a Nuck. And then there's a little Nuck right there. Knuckles are Nucks, by the way, in case nobody figured that out. All right. This is the longest fingy. So Joe rated you tonight, huh?
Rated me?
Did he?
No,
Or-
he's still joeing.
he
He's
still
getting ready
going?
to wrap up.
I got you. I thought he rated you. I didn't realize he was still.
No, I jumped over and resubbed to him tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I as soon as I sub, I go back the next day and cancel all my subs because I don't know when they're ever going to renew,
Yeah.
and I don't want to run the risk of having them
Overdraft,
auto
yeah.
renew
I got you.
and then end up being overdrafted at some
I've done
point.
that
So I always,
several times before myself.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I always go and like his expired like 2 or 3 days ago, and then I was like, okay, as soon as I know that I got money in there, which I did, I
Mhm.
went back and threw another $5 at him.
Yeah.
Here, take my money.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, so we definitely have some good spacing there. And then this is the funky weird thing, so this fleshy bit. This thumb goes way back here. Holy crap, it looks painful. I know it's not, because I just did it a minute ago.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy? Whose buddy are we thinking?
Joe's looking at my art. I forgot that I wasn't talking to him. And I was like, oh, thank you, buddy.
Aw. Yeah.
Yeah, I dumped all the same pictures over on the Creative Multiverse because, well,
Heck yeah.
you need to.
Of course. Okay, so
I'm already 2 days behind on posting for Instagram, but I'll get those caught up tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's no big deal.
I just decided I was like, I missed all of January, missed all of December. I like my last like official post was sometime in July, and I was like, I gotta just repost again, and when I can throw some up there, I'll throw some up there from previous posts.
Mm-hmm.
Just my days off, I'm like, I wake up going, I should post a bunch of stuff to Instagram, and then stuff happens, and I get to the end of the night and go, well, that didn't happen.
That's okay.
You always know when I get to it because you're like, well, Jeremy's blowing up my phone, so it looks like he's posting today.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. I'm glad when you share your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so this.
It's like having my room, my drawing room here in a separate room of the house. And then I get done with drawing and I shut the door and then I don't open it again until the next day.
The next day, yeah.
I sit down and look at my pile of stuff that needs to be mailed out. And I'm like, I think on a day off, I should probably mail those out. But then I never come up here into this room until it's time to draw. And it's like, shit, I didn't mail those out today.
Take them with you when you leave the drawing room.
Well, then I got to get all the addresses too. I literally just have them in a stack. I don't have them like in a mail ready type thing. So
I got you. Well, is all your mailing stuff in your drawing room?
It's somewhere in here, I think.
Maybe.
I need to get this room cleaned. That's another thing too. So.
Sounds like we have a to-do list.
Ooh, Joe's raiding Joker.
Nice. Cool. Okay.
I love how it goes from block on yours to like really forming the shape, and I'm like, it's just insane. I love it.
It really is a great step that I really didn't even think about because you think of cylinder shapes, being put together because you look at your hand, you're like, oh, they're round. Your fingers are round whenever they look like little spheres stuck or cylinders stuck on top of each other. But I'm like, yes and no. It's really that palm and the shape of it that gets you kind of like positioned with your fingers, and then it's that wire frame that really helps you like land the position. So you could go in here and block all these out if you really wanted to, but
right,
you can really kind of determine where everything lands with just that line that comes off of that big palm block. which is kind of great. And you always know your knuckles are going to be a little bit wider, and then they kind of bow in a little bit. I mean, unless you have really swollen fingers,
Right.
which sometimes I do. No judgment. If you have fat fingers, that's fine. But you can kind of play around with that. And then you just throw in a little fingernail action. I'm really bad at trying to make my fingernails much bigger than they need to be.
Fingernails, I always make they look weird to me when I put them on.
Yeah, they feel like they're either too small, or they look way too big, and I'm like, where's the sweet spot?
Right.
I usually make them too wide too.
Well, and that's the beauty of what you're doing is you'll find it as you start.
Yeah, I'm like scribbling around until it lands, and
Mhm.
then you can come back in and clean it up after you're done. But on this perspective, even the digits are not proportioned like they normally would, because the smaller digits at the end are actually closer to the tip than these get wider as you go back because of the, what is it, force perspective, I guess is what it's called, that you're dealing with.
There's this cartoonist I started following over on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And he breaks everything down into shapes. And he's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
like, learn these 2 or 3 shapes, and he's like, you can draw anything. And
Oh, 100%.
he does this thing where he draws like this little sack of flour
Yeah.
and turns it into everything. He's like, if you can learn this, then he goes, you just add arms here and you just add legs here. And next thing you know, you've got a dog. You got this, you got that.
Yes. Yes.
And I love watching him. He gets a little I don't know if you want to consider it preachy or conceited a little bit here and there.
Ah, okay.
But he knows what he's talking about, so I can overlook that
Sure.
because I've watched him do just a few things with some faces that I'm like, oh holy hell, why haven't I been doing that?
At least there's something you can take away from it instead of it just
Oh, absolutely.
being...
And he always breaks his stuff down too and throws them over onto YouTube. So if you don't want, like,
that's
if you don't catch his lives all the way through, you can go through and watch his stuff.
Okay,
And
so this is a TikTok live that he's doing.
yeah, I usually catch him
Okay.
on lives because I don't think I've ever really caught any of his videos just like a video of his.
Just a
I think
short.
it's always lives, and I usually sit there and watch it for a little bit and
That's
then
neat.
whatnot. So I think
Heck
I follow
yeah.
him on. Let me see if I follow him on YouTube. I don't know.
If you want, if you find it, or
Yeah.
even if it's the TikTok, put it in the art share or the art chat, and I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
The art chat channel.
If I
That
can't
way-
find him on here, I know there
I'll
should be a
probably check
link
it
from.
out later after
Yeah,
stream. I
I'm gonna have
assume.
to try to find him on TikTok first.
I bet he probably has it in his bio. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, so I'm thinking.
All right, so this needs
Spell it.
to.
Can I find him though?
Can you find him? The unicorn of TikTok. Okay, that finger turned out quite nice.
Yes, there he is.
actually.
Okay, he is not live right now, so let's see.
Sweet. Okay.
Link to my store and YouTube video. Okay, yes. Click on the web browser here.
Okay, and then this.
Nope, that is his store. Where do I find? Showcase Instagram, learn more, learn more? No, I don't want personal. Okay, let's go to
Okay, I don't know
Instagram.
what
Let's.
this song
Oh, there it
is,
is.
but I don't want to listen to it.
YouTube. Okay, I'm not subscribed to him, so now I'm subscribed to him. Okay, so now how do I share this? Share. Copy link. Look, I'm talking like Lindsay
I
my way through
know
everything.
you're talking your way through it. I love it.
Okay. Find Lindsay's channel. Here we go. And where do we want to put this?
Art chat.
In the art chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Art chat.
That way, if anybody else wants to check it out.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
in there.
Check out this. Super cool.
I
Oh,
need to sharpen
come
this
on.
pencil.
And learn some arts.
Yay, arts.
So I have to do that. Then I have to come back here and do this and do that. There we go. Yeah, it's
I hear it tootling.
Rodgon the artist.
Rodgon.
Rodgon.
Interesting.
But yeah, like I said, his stuff comes off cartoony because it's supposed to.
Yeah, because he's animating or
Yeah,
character design. Yeah.
But he still does, like, he's got a few shorts on here, like how to draw legs, super easy. How to draw heads. Anatomy
cool.
tips 1 and 2. And it's just like I said, especially some of the side profile faces and stuff. I'm like, wow, I never thought about it like that. So
That's great. Trying to figure out. So you working early in the morning? I'm guessing not.
no,
Since you're still
I
hanging
have
out.
tomorrow off.
Yay!
I've been suffering with a headache for a couple hours here, and it's not quite going away.
What the heck, bro? Have you been
It's-
drinking water?
Oh, absolutely not.
Jerry, go get some water.
Yeah, I could.
I know why you're not drinking it, but drink yourself some damn water.
How about if I drink some cran grape instead? Is that okay?
No, how about we
No.
drink H2O?
Just water?
H2O. You're probably slightly dehydrated, sir.
I probably am.
Dehydrated.
So I
Make
did
me
a
mom
good.
you.
I know you. Well, you can mom me. You're allowed. I've given you the privilege. I did a slightly good and bad thing.
What'd you do?
Well, I have the PlayStation Network, that you pay for so you can play online games and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah.
And I paid for the basic, so you get like 2 free games a month that you can download or just put them into your library and download them whenever. And I've been doing that for well over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as the year rolls through, they slowly reduce the price of the upper tiered ones.
Yeah.
Well,
What'd
it got
you
to the point where it's like,
do?
hey, these prices are going to be good until like February 11th, and this was about a week back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at it, and I was like, well, and I just bought a hard drive for the PlayStation, so I can actually download more games and not have just 1 or 2 games that I'm playing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was like $12 and some odd cents to upgrade to top premium tier.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get it for the next 90 days before it's going to try to charge again. So
Oh, nice.
I now have access to like 700 video games.
Hell yeah.
And I went and downloaded like a bunch of games and like my wife hasn't touched the PS5 since I've gotten it, but I downloaded some games for her and she's been on it like 3 days in a row now.
Aw, that's great.
One of them is a game called Evil Genius,
Okay.
where you have to like build an evil lair and then keep a watch out for heroes trying to come and take over your lair.
Yeah, you can't let the good guys come in if you're being an evil person.
A couple different role-playing games that she played back from like PlayStation 1 called Legend of Dragoon,
Okay.
and then Secret of Mana.
Hmm.
So I downloaded those for her,
Okay. So
and
here.
I downloaded the original Mega Man for myself, and oh my god, go over to YouTube and watch how bad I suck.
Hey, what's
did
up,
the first-
Parler?
I did the first playthrough of it, and like I didn't even get past the first board without losing all 3
No.
lives and having to restart. And I'm like, I'm talking just the first side scroll board, not even like the first boss.
Yeah.
I did finally get to the boss and beat him, and then accidentally started the board over again. I was like, no. But man, my timing, I was like, how is my timing so bad on this?
It's been a
Because
minute.
I don't have 30-year, less reflexes now.
True. What's up, Parlor? What you been up to?
How you doing, Art?
Art, art, art.
She was over parloring with me.
We're erasing the blocky parts so that we can get some more shapy parts.
If I had to be a little critical, I'd say the thumb looked a little long.
It looks a little long. It also looks a little broken, and I'm coming back around to sort that. I was just kind of frustrated with it, so I was like, I'll just
No.
clean that up.
I'd
But
say
no,
that's about
you
the
are
only
right.
thing that I could
It
criticize.
looks a little long, and also it needs to scoot a little bit in this way. Because this thumbnail needs to be scooted over.
Just cut and paste and move it up.
Just trace, pick up, move.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Do
pick
the
it up and move it over.
That I swear that's one of the reasons why I don't think I ever want to touch digital, because I would play with that piece constantly and never finish a piece.
Never get done. It can happen. It does tend to take a little longer sometimes because you have those editing.
Or
abilities.
I'd get done and there would be like 700 layers.
Well, good for you. The files do have layer limits.
Ah.
So there is that.
I've only ever played with Photoshop, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the more layers you add, the bigger the file size gets. So I
Correct.
guess it just depends on
how big of a file. Like, it's 13 gigabytes, one file. I just drew a circle.
I just drew a circle. Here, we're gonna just do this. Try again.
I was doing your eraser sounds.
You were doing my eraser sounds? So
yeah.
Good. You're so good. You see the benefit in learning digital? It's just another medium. It's never going to replace your love for traditional. I felt the same way. But the thing is that it's, you can't think of it as like it replacing something. It's just a different medium. You still have to take the same skill set that you have in traditional over with you to the digital land. It's still
like for me
required.
I would love to draw my stuff traditionally, and then color it digitally.
Yeah, you could do that.
Right, and that's I'm trying to figure out how I can get, and I know how to do it. I mean, I just haven't spent the time to do it.
Do you have a scanner with your printer?
Yeah, but I can't get my printer to be recognized by this computer. Because of all the stuff that my son-in-law did with the computer before he gave it to me.
Right.
He did some bad things to this thing. He tried to overclock it and took out programs that are essential to run on the thing, and so a lot of things don't want to connect to it right. That's why it took me so long to get OBS to work over on here. But what I want to do is I want to load it up into Photoshop and then see if I can color it digitally.
There you go.
Because there's some things that I want to do that I know I can only really do digitally.
Yeah.
As far as lighting and stuff like that, so.
Yeah.
But of course, then I have to learn how to do that.
Oh my god. That would be amazing.
Well, I've seen you and Joe, and I've seen Brooklyn do it enough that I know kind of what to do. It's just a matter of doing it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Make it happen.
Because that piece of the Monster Squad is the one that I'm thinking I want to color digitally. That
just looks so weird. And I know what is happening.
Did that load up in your Discord? It did. Okay. Want to make sure it loaded properly. What is Bumpus Art Parlor?
Bumpus is her one of her creations, her OCs.
Oh, I didn't know this.
She has her very own OC.
That's what I get for not paying attention during her streams.
Gah! You got it, dude. I do got it.
Stream mascot.
Yes.
Or is it Bumpus or is it Bumpiss?
Well, I've heard her say it the first way.
Okay. Well, that's how I would assume, but you never know.
Because then it gets a little weird if you say it as two separate words.
Right. Because then it's like you go in the alley and you watch a Bumpus.
No. It's a little weird. Guys, I don't know what else I can do with this. I think we're about there. It's like this. Matches perfectly, right?
That's what I was just trying to replicate with my hand. I was like, in what angle is this? But then I realized it isn't a down angle like that. Yeah, and it's making a lot more sense to me.
It's supposed to be like, so this top part of your hand, you don't see a ton of it. And actually in the drawing, I have it shown a little bit more than it should be. But it makes everything look really weird. Except for this middle finger actually needs to be a little bit longer. I'm going to draw, like, size comparison-wise, like the pinky and the thumb are good. But these feel short now. And that's probably going to be the battle that I have to... You have to get in the voice chat and tell the story. Okay, come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Come on down to the butter barn.
I don't want to mess with this anymore. Next hand.
Well, don't. Yeah, that's.
Next hand.
Do the next.
Next hand. It's not handy.
Try doing one in like those weird like gang fingers where they're doing like West Side.
Nah.
Get really complicated.
Yeah. How about we do a fist?
Hey, I like a fist.
You guys want to get fisted?
Yes, please fist me.
Oh God, this sounds so weird. No, that's so wrong. We're talking about hands. So wrong. Hi, Parlor.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hello, girly.
Okay. Bumpus. This is how it started. It was about a year ago. And I have this amazing streamer friend that's from Wales. Okay. So they're from like the UK. Mm-hmm. And they have like really super awesome curse words that Americans don't have.
Okay.
And so one day they were talking about diarrhea.
Oh God.
Right? Yep. That's where this is going.
Oh God.
And they called diarrhea bum piss. Like piss that comes out of your bum.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was also during the time when the new Pokemon video game was out. And so I said Bumpus, like, I don't know. I just thought it sounded like a character.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow on my stream, I ended up drawing a goat, which is Bumpus. I put it to one word instead of Bumpus. It's Bumpus the goat, because I was like, okay, so if Bumpus was an animal, it would be a goat that like bumped people, you know, like with its horns, and did stuff out of its butt. And so I drew this really crazy goat that it was like an evil Pokemon that his superpower was like pelting people with his poops.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
And I drew it on stream, and there's like a little clip of it somewhere. And that's where it came from, and it's just been super hilarious. So I've been trying to like
there you go, friends.
Bumpus like a thing.
The lore of Bumpus.
And that is if you come onto my stream now and you see the weird goat with the hearts coming out of its ass.
That gives me
and it
so much more context that I didn't have before.
right, like it's like a funny joke that happened on stream like a really long time ago.
Wow.
And there's like a few people like Carl who is like horrified by the entire thing and who was horrified as it was happening. He was like, "Why are you drawing this? Are you crazy?" And he's still like, he'll come on stream. He's like, "Why do you have this abomination on your fucking stream right now?"
Wow.
On a side note, that does remind me of some characters in a video game.
Which video
There's a-
game? Is it
There is a
South
game out there
Park?
called No, it's a game out there called Castle Crashers.
Okay.
And it's 4 little knights going through a game, and at one point you are in a forest and you're getting chased by this giant cat that is like just wrecking the world, and you end up jumping onto deers to run away because the deers are in the forest. Well, as the cat gets closer, the deers get terrified and they start skating across the screen
Oh god.
with diarrhea coming out of their butts
Oh god.
no.
That's
because they're scared shitless.
oh god. Wow.
I gotta see if I can. Now I have to see if I can
Wow.
find.
Yeah. So Bump is just like a random stupid creation I made on stream one day that I thought was hilarious, and I've never stopped thinking
That is
it's
too
fucking
funny.
hilarious. And I want to make Bumpus an emote where he's like
Heck yeah.
hopping. Like eventually, I want to figure out how to animate him and have like the hearts coming out of his butt.
Yeah, you totally should. You could
Um,
even commission somebody to do that knows how.
I mean, I know I could commission somebody to do it that knows how, but I
But
don't want
you-
to pay anybody. So I just am teaching
Okay.
myself slowly how to do this stuff.
That works.
Lindsay?
Yes, sir.
Where would you like me to send you this GIF of the deer pooping from the game? In what channel?
Let's put that one in the Geek Out channel.
Okay, let me see.
I guess.
Geek Out? Okay, there we go.
That's video game
that-
related.
that's
I guess
okay.
that's relevant.
I guess I should put. I'm gonna put. I feel
That's
like I've
funny.
put Bumpus in your art share channel
You
before.
Okay.
probably have. Oh my
I
gosh,
have.
Jer, that's too funny.
That's what the deer does while you're riding it.
While you're writing it? Oh my
Yes.
god.
I'm
Because it's
looking
trying to get
now.
away.
Hold on. Oh my!
Is that what you
That
need?
is- I have to make Bumpus a little cuter than that, but that's where I'm going with it. Maybe.
There you go.
That's the
When
goal.
you were describing your story, that's what came to
No.
my brain.
That is
that's
a
the
baby
goal.
version of Bumpus.
Wow.
Look how we help each other.
It's so magical.
OMG.
That's too much. That's too much. It's too funny.
Once I seen that it was an actual gift and not just a picture, I was like, "Oh, where do I send this to you, Lindsay?"
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, this fist was probably the easiest of all of the poses, to be honest.
I'm
looks
looking
a-
for Bumpus in your art share. I don't know if I've shared Bumpus in here. I haven't. Okay. I'm gonna share my most current version of Bumpus because Bumpus keeps evolving. Because
How many evolutions does Bumpus have?
Several.
Oh gosh, he's like a Eevee.
No, I'm trying to make him like stream acceptable.
It's like an Eevee.
But I have to make him animated now. That's my next step. My next step is to make
Well-
Bumpus animated.
Abby has made several changes now over the course of
She
3 or 4
has.
years.
She's definitely evolved quite a
And
bit.
she'll evolve more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just look at the first drawing I did of her, and she is so clunky.
Yeah,
right.
that's okay.
There is the
Alright, I
most.
heard it.
I have just posted the most recent version of Bumpus.
Oh yes, I do remember seeing Bumpus. He is a magical unicorn of a creature.
So at some point, I want Bumpus to be it. I want him to be my most famous emote. Like, I want him to be the emote that everyone's like, oh yeah. I want him to be like jumping, and I want hearts pumping out of his butthole someday.
Wow, it'll be
That's the-
magical.
That's the idea.
All right, kids. Today in class, you're gonna teach me how to animate this, and whoever does it gets an A in class today.
Exactly.
Parents,
yeah.
what are you making our kids do? Learn animation.
We're learning the basics of animation. It'll be good for their
He's
future.
come so far from the original version is very vulgar. I mean, he has like a ball sack and everything.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like colored pencil. It's awesome. I don't know why it's like stuck with me, but I'm like, this is it. This is gonna be one of my things. It's gonna be like one of the like he's my mascot
It just
for the
makes
channel.
me
I don't know.
giggle.
I don't know. I love it so much. I can't not love it. It's one of my favorite like times on stream. Like it just feels right. Feels right.
On the
Bumpus
whole?
is part of the art parlor. That's
Feels
all I'm
right on the
saying.
whole.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
What eggs are you just like practicing hands today? Is that
Yes.
what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. I came in
we
like
sure are.
okay. I came in like late and it was like
Rude.
all of a sudden I was like, I know, why I suck. I'm just kidding. I know I don't.
Yes, ma'am. We're doing hand studies today.
Okay.
I just thought it would be handy.
I mean, you know, we like to get handsy in here, like you know.
Next, she's gonna draw human centipedes.
Oh wow. We're just advancing quickly.
Oh jeez. One of my students was like, "Yeah, that's my family's favorite movie to watch together." I was like, "What?"
What's
One of your family's favorite movies to watch together is The Human Centipede.
what the hell?
Not right
What the
at
hell?
all.
I'm gonna call sus on that.
I mean,
It
that would be
came-
more at ease if a child told me their favorite family show to watch was Borat.
I don't know what she was saying. Oh my god. It came sometimes these conversations come out of weird, like the kids say things and then like I'm like, really?
Do they
Human
come out of their
centipede?
butts?
No. I mean sometimes if they fart, but
All right, Lindsay, I need water and to go use that other
Yes, sir.
thing. So I may or may not be back, but I will. I'm gonna leave the voice channel just in case.
Okay.
Okay. See you
I'm gonna
soon,
go-
hopefully.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm gonna be back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to get a drink.
All right. I will also get a drink. Got it. Yay. Fun stories on the internet with friends.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So how was your week
Um,
or weekend or I haven't seen you.
I know it's been
In a while.
It's been a bit. So yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week.
Okay.
It's been all right.
I feel you. I feel you.
Just
I
I
feel
mean
where you're going with that.
nothing out of the ordinary really.
I want your shirt though. I love your Twitch shirt.
I got it when it was on sale. Whenever they had the loot store, whatever on Amazon, they had everything like 30% off. I was like, "Yep, that's the time." Wait
I
till
have it.
wait till Christmas time, like around like Black Friday and November, December. They have all of their stuff goes 30% off.
I actually have like I have them all in my like save for later basket.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like a Twitch hoodie that's like purple.
I may
and
also have that
blue.
one.
Purple and blue like
On the wish list.
tie dye, and then like
I don't know if it's
purple like Twitch sweatpants. and they're like $50 each. I'm like, God, do
Yeah.
I want to spend $100 on a Twitch sweat
There we
outfit?
go.
I don't know. But I've been looking at it for years and I still really want it. So one day I'm gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. I've wanted this fucking sweatshirt and hoodie outfit for years, so I might as well just buy it if I still want it after all this time.
Yeah. I
But I
just
also have that Twitch sweat.
I've been wanting something Twitch since I started, because I have this like collection of live stream platform t-shirts. It's a thing. I have about 5 of them, and so as soon as whenever we officially made a decision that everybody was moving over here, I was like, okay, I've got to get a Twitch shirt. I've got to get a Twitch shirt. And so I've always had this like sitting in my thing, and it was like been there for 2 years, and I was like, fine, I'm getting it.
No, I love it.
Because
Now that I see you wearing it, I'm like, I
Yes.
definitely want to buy
Well,
it.
and it's actually nice. It's got a little guy over here. I don't know what this is called, but the little
Oh,
speech bubble thing.
He's like, yeah, a little speech bubble.
And
man.
then down here on the bottom corner, it actually has like it's got like a tag that says Twitch on it, but it's like it's not printed. It like has rubber letters on it,
Okay.
which is kind of nice. Little touch, but it's like down here by your butt. I was like, that's a little extra for having something that goes on your butt.
No, it's funny. I streamed for years and years on Streamlabs, and I didn't realize like the longer you streamed on them, you like earned points.
Oh.
And so like after I'd been streaming on Streamlabs for like a couple of years, somehow I like accidentally managed to like get on the page where it's like, hey, turn in your points for this prize.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I can like redeem my
Neat.
points for a prize. And
That's
so
cool.
it said you could like get a hoodie or like this or that. And so I was like, because I had like so many points because I didn't know I could like turn in points. So I just been collecting
Wow.
them forever. And so like I was like, oh, I guess I'll redeem them for this hoodie. And I redeemed my points, and they sent me like a Champion brand
Whoa.
Streamlabs hoodie, and it is like good fucking quality. I mean, it's like thick. It's like It's like a $50
Yeah. Champion's thick.
So it has like the Champion brand, but it has like little Streamlabs on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I wear it all the time because it's like a great hoodie. It's just plain black, and it has like little Streamlabs, like logo on it.
Right.
And when I wear it out, because I wear it a lot, but I always know when I meet like a fellow streamer, they'll walk up to me and be like, "Are you a streamer?"
Are you a streamer? Oh my god.
It doesn't happen a lot,
Right.
but like it happens enough to where people are like, "Why do you have a Streamlabs hoodie on?" Because like they recognize it and they're like, "You stream?" And I'm like,
You stream, bro?
I
know,
mean,
it's kinda
would I
like-
be wearing a Streamlabs hoodie if I didn't stream?
What is it about streaming? Okay, so IRL, I guess it's just the area I'm at. Nobody has any fucking clue. It's like I have a secret dark life. Like live streaming is my Batman. And then out in the world, I'm like Bruce Wayne. It's kind of like that sort of situation for me. Because, I mean, I meet people in the streaming space that are from Oklahoma. Not many. But, so I know that they exist here. It's not like an anomaly that's not allowed in the state or whatever. But,
I think it's your
they're so
demographic.
rare. It's so rare. At least around here it is, anyways.
I think
to
it's
meet
your age.
streamers. Yeah. I'm just
I think it has more to do with your age and like your I say demographic. I say that like everybody knows what that means because I teach marketing, but like I think it has more to do with like your age group than it has to do with it. Because like
That's
if you
true.
were younger, I think, and you were hanging out with a lot of like younger people, I think it would be more recognizable. But as
Mhm.
somebody who's the same age as you, it's just not as common.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's wild.
Hold on 1 second. Actually, they're dirty dishes. I put all the clean dishes away.
Hi, Lovey.
I did. Oh, Badger says hi, Lovey. He says hi, Badger.
It's so weird to
No,
call your
I did
husband
all the
Lovey.
dishes.
It's so weird.
I put all the clean dishes in the dishwasher away, so everything's clean. Oh, well, they're super clean then. He was asking me if the dishes were clean. I was like, oh, they're totally clean because they're all in the dish. There's nothing in the dishwasher right now.
Nice.
But yeah. So like I have found that like I get really excited when somebody my age is like, oh, you stream? Because they exist.
You
I think
stream?
maybe they exist more in Dallas.
I guess.
So like at
I
my
don't-
school, well, that used to be. All my streamer friends have moved away. So I had a few people that I worked with that streamed, but the people that I worked with that streamed have now moved away.
Mhm.
And then like I introduce people to streaming, so like I have a few friends that are pretty good friends with me that I've been like, "Hey, come on my stream." And they've come on a few times, and every now and then they'll come on a few times and like hang out and be like, "This is like really cool." Like they get kind of excited about it. Like, I didn't know you could do this. Like they think it's like
Yeah.
the coolest thing ever. But then they kind of like don't come on anymore. Like I can't get my sister came on here she
Yeah,
came
it
on
won't
here for my
stick. It won't
yeah,
stick.
like they'll come on once like for my
They'll
40th
check it out and they'll
birthday.
be like, "Oh, that's neat," and they'll be like, "Okay, bye."
Right. Like I had my 40th birthday. I like literally my 40th birthday party was on stream.
That's cool.
And so like I had some of my friends come on here for my 40th birthday and they thought it was like super cool and interesting and novel. But then they've like never come back.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like
not something that interests them.
like they just don't get it at all. Like they'll come on once and they're like, this is weird. Like they don't just
That's funny.
it's just something they can't connect with, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Those weirdos.
My Levy says they're not the social butterflies that I am.
It's true. You got to have a knack for social and a little bit of tech. It's not required, but that's
Well, you have to be open to something new.
true.
And they're not open to this. And I can't say that okay, here's the thing. Cuz like you were on this like way before me
Yeah,
and like
2015 is when I started.
and I was not techie. Like I am the fact that I am even on here. I mean, if you were to look at the statistics of like the person I was and the things that I was into before I was a streamer, like if you would have looked at it statistically, in numbers, me somehow ending on here being a streamer is probably very, 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 very improbable
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't techie. I wasn't into computers. I wasn't into gaming. Like I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't into none of it. I didn't care about none of it. It
Right.
wasn't on my radar at all.
Right.
It was just something that, like my brother's one of my best friends I've known my entire life just kept bugging me. My gamey geeker fucking brother, who has a completely different interest like life than I do, kept bugging me about it. And he was just like, you should do it. You should do it. You should try it. And because I'm the person I am, and I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm a marketing person. I was trying to like think of new ways to do my art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of an innovative, like outside of the box thinker. I was like, COVID happened. Finally, I was like, fuck it. I guess I'll try this fucking thing out. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
What have I got to lose?
Right.
I am definitely not the demographic of person that would have ever like found my way here ever unless I had somebody like pushing me into it
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Yeah.
And so I understand
The hesitation.
the hesitation.
Yeah.
Like I understand like there was a part of me that like was like I don't understand how people can only have friendships online. Like there was a time in my life before I had this life where I was like that's not the same thing. online friendships aren't the same as real life friendships. You don't know who they are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was
Right.
very like that.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, I'm not gonna like. I will admit it. Like, I would have been the type of person that was like, those aren't your real friends. If you don't see them in the real life, they're not your real friends. Like,
Yeah.
that was exactly the type of mindset that I had.
Yeah.
Before that I experienced it myself.
Right.
Because I'm the type of person that, like, if I don't experience it myself, like, I don't.
Yeah. Well,
But
a
now
lot of
that's
people
kind of
have
like
to
made me
have it
change
that
my
way.
mind about that. Like, I'm like, okay,
Isn't that
I was
awesome?
super
though?
wrong about that. Like, I was super fucking wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was more wrong than I can ever
Well, and a lot
possibly.
of
That was the wrongest thing that I could think of I was ever been wrong about.
Well,
you
that
know?
was just kind of like how we were raised. That's how we that's how you teach children to think. So, the pedophiles don't reach out and get them from the boogeyman. The boogeyman mindset of the internet is a safety thing that we are taught when we're children. So that we're not giving away personal information, so they're not being creepers and all that stuff. And then if you're not ever experiencing it on the other side, yes, there are weird ass fucking people in the world, but it's not all of them.
No, and saying like I was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I have never been more wrong about anything in my life.
Right.
And I'm totally willing to admit that I was so fucking wrong.
Right. Well, I mean, I always had an open mind about it, but I mean, my parents told me the same kind of, the same shit, and I was like, but really,
My mom was
like,
well, I grew up like my mom was like, I wasn't allowed to have video game consoles growing up. Like, the only
okay,
video games I ever got to play was like with my neighbor who got me on Twitch. Like, we would go over to his house and play video games, or I would go over to somebody else's house and play video games, but we never were allowed to have video games here. Like, my grandparents wouldn't even get the internet here.
Yeah.
Like, it was like not something that was like allowed.
Yeah.
And so, like, I got to start playing a little bit of video games when I was with my ex-husband, because he had like an Xbox and a PlayStation. And so, like, that's when I like started playing Final Fantasy, and like I played the first Assassin's Creed, and I played those games
Right.
in my early 20s when I was with him. But I wasn't like a gamer, I was just like,
Sure.
that was my first time ever like having a gaming system at my house and getting able to play it. But then after, like, it wasn't something that was like something I did all the time. It was just
Right.
like
Yeah.
a
I
fun
get
thing.
that.
So, like, I didn't touch video games at all until I got on Twitch again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never played another video game at all, and for like 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm not like your typical Twitch person.
Yeah. And I'm not a typical gamer either. I have a couple of games that interest me. I don't stream them. I could, I guess. It doesn't cross my mind to be quite honest, because I don't play games enough to. If I do, it's like to pass some time while I'm waiting for something else to happen. I
But
don't
like,
spend all day doing that.
I'm so picky with the games that I play, though. Like,
Same.
it's like I only like a very specific type of game.
Yeah.
But then when I like it,
You go full
I
in.
get so obsessed with it. It's like I'm so addicted to it.
Yeah.
Like, I will
Same.
I can't stop playing it. It's like Red Dead Redemption. Oh my God. I went all fucking in on that game. Like,
it's a good game. I've watched the game play through both of them. It's really great. I've not personally played it, but
that game is the best game I've ever played. And
there are many very very popular games that I have not personally played through, but I have sat on the couch and literally watched the whole thing. I don't need to play through it.
No, I don't.
Totally good.
I do not want to watch them. I like literally hate watching people play video games.
Yeah, that's why I have a game room now.
I have to play the game. If I don't play it myself, I don't want to watch somebody else play it. Like, I will like literally never. I like actually hate watching people play video games. Like, it's so boring to me.
Yeah, and I definitely was burned out For sure.
Like, I do have some gamer streamers that I really, really fucking adore, but I don't like watching. I adore them because of their
What's up, Mom?
personality,
Mama
not
Tree
because
said
I like
it.
watching them play games. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Hey, Mama Tree. Yeah. So like, my two favorite. I love Cass Ass. She's one of my first streamers I ever started watching, and I'm obsessed with her. I love her. She just reminds me of like a
These
young version of
fingers look
myself,
so
and I think she's so great. Um, I don't give a shit about watching her play the video games. I just like to like talk to her as a person.
Yeah.
And then like Cactus Snacks, all he does is play video games,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like give a shit about the games. Like I just like
Right.
talking to him. So like the gamers that I like, it has nothing to do with the games. It just is more about like
The
I
personality.
really click
Yeah.
with their personality.
Well,
Yeah.
and you know what the thing is that I think that goes the same with art streamers too. I mean, I think yes, they're doing something, but you usually resonate more with the personality than you do actually whatever it is that they're drawing. The drawing is a bonus part. You can learn from some people, but really
you can learn from a lot of people.
the streams that I hang out in, it's because I like the vibe. I like the personality. I like the conversation. I like the people that are in the chat hanging out. You know, if I connect with the community before I connect with the art.
And the community is huge.
Yes.
Right? Like Cactus Snacks, he's super funny. His community is great. I fucking love them.
I mean, there's a million great artists on here. There's a ton of them. Some of them I cannot stand sitting in their stream, whether it's the music they play or
Right.
if it's the voice. There's one. No, I can think of two specific streamers. I'm not telling you who they are. Chat.
You don't have to.
Not telling who they are, but there's two specific streamers. One of them is a really huge, not partner, but huge streamer. And then the other one's a little bit smaller streamer. And I dislike them for two very different reasons. One is they have a voice mod that I just can't stand. And it's and I understand they don't want to have their regular voice on and whatever, but it's just there's certain frequencies that just don't jive with you that you can't listen to for a long period of time. And it absolutely drives me crazy. Even though I really enjoy their art, I prefer their Instagram over their Twitch because of that very reason. So there's that streamer, and then there's another streamer that it's a she. She doesn't have a voice mod, but the way she speaks into her mic makes the S's hiss extra, and I can't sit in there and listen to the hisses over and over again. And it's not like she's trying to do it on purpose. It's nothing that she could necessarily fix unless she like maybe moves her mic. But it's just something that drives me bonkers. And it's just a personal thing. It's just it's
But,
nothing that they did
also,
wrong. It's just a personal thing.
Sometimes constructive criticism is
True.
not a bad thing.
True.
So like I am totally like, so for my stream personally, and I know that like most people are like scared to tell. I don't know, maybe some people feel like it's trolling.
I feel
but
like
I'm just
I
like-
need to not be the random strange chatter that comes in and says, your shit sucks. Maybe get to know them a little bit before
Right.
saying, listen, bro, this would be so much better if you would
But
do
I don't
this."
care. Like sometimes if somebody's like, "Hey, this thing about your stream sounds weird," if I didn't know that, like,
True.
I'm
Well,
grateful.
if it's major,
I'm the kind of person that's like grateful. Like, oh, is
yeah.
this something that's like a problem?
If it's major,
I
I
didn't
will
know
say
about?
something. If
Like,
it's
I would love to
blatantly
know that.
obvious, if it's like the music is blaring, or if you guys can't hear Discord because it's muted for the 5,000th time because I can't figure my shit out, I wish somebody would say that. But I mean, if it's something
Please.
super tiny and it's just a personal preference, that is some nitpicky motherfucking shit that is okay, and nobody else seems to be having a problem with it. And
Right.
I just have to like either move on or maybe get to know them a little bit better, and then I'll be like, look, listen, this will be so much better if you would move your face away from the mic about 5 inches instead of being, sounding like
I'm
a
just
snake.
saying, I'm giving you permission to
I
tell
appreciate
me
that.
if I need, like, what things I can do to improve.
Yeah. I think that's awesome that you trust me to let me
And it's not even
pick at
just
ya.
you. It's just like,
But well, and some of it is that I'm aware of the fact that I can be somewhat of an audio Nazi sometimes, which is a really annoying thing for somebody that doesn't understand audio as well. I think you do okay.
please
You
be
do
an
all
audio
right.
Nazi for me because I only want to get better.
Yeah, and I think some people can take that criticism and do, take it as constructive, but other people take that as very like personal. Like
Why would they take it as personal? It's like a technical thing.
people do it. People
Okay,
that
so
don't
you just want
get
to
it.
keep sounding shitty? Okay.
Well, it's all about the delivery too, right? But, sometimes it's just I don't know. I try not to I try to be sensitive to that because I've had experiences where I've mentioned it and be like, "Hey, just to let you know, your mic is overdriving and it's clipping and it sounds horrible." Or I was like, "It doesn't sound that great. You might want to back it down or whatever." And then it's like, "You know what? You could have said that to me off stream or DM'd me or something because I get butthurt
Maybe.
or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay,
Maybe.
well, I'll stop telling people shit because I don't want to piss off people that I don't know very well."
Or maybe you just don't tell them on stream. Maybe just like send them a whisper
Yeah. True.
and be like, "Hey," you know what I mean? Like, because then they're not embarrassed. Then they're like grateful. Because you're
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
know, but
like,
the thing is
you
that
know,
I never try to attack people and make them feel
but
stupid.
that's not attacking. That's being courteous.
I
That's helping.
know.
To me, that's helpful.
I
It's
thought
like
it
telling somebody
was
that they're
helpful.
have something in their teeth or like that their
Right?
zipper is down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you do it in a whisper, it's like, hey, like, maybe change your volume a little bit. It's going to make your stream sound better. And that's going to be really appreciated. Like, I would really appreciate that.
I mean, yeah, I personally would too. If something sucks, please tell me.
Like,
I
because
can't
everybody's
make
doing that.
I can't make my face look much better, but I can at least turn the volume up or down if it's too loud or too soft. There are improvements that can be made of the stream. Honestly, I can make my face look better too, but it's not going to be anything that I'm going to be willing to do. So suck it.
Whatever works for you. I'm the
Suck it.
same way. I mean, like, I don't know.
It's like you get
Like,
natural look. That's the look you get. What am I doing to this hand? I'm just like scribbling all over it.
It would be super fun for you to do like a glam session though. That would be like
do my
I don't
makeup
know,
on
like
stream?
yeah.
Oh my lord.
You know what I mean? Like it would be I think people would think that was fun.
That would be
And like not that like it was something that like or it could be like a community like goal.
If you guys want to see what I look like full glam, you can go
full
in
glam?
my
Like,
about
if they give
section has a picture of me.
No, like the channel points, like if you like the community like goals and the channel points.
Oh yeah.
Like if you get to like
If I hit a
100,
goal, we do a glam stream.
If people like donate 100,000 points, or however many you decide,
Yeah.
to a glam session, then like you would do a glam stream.
Oh my god, you guys, that would be so fun. Yeah.
Well, you have such beautiful hair.
Thanks.
I did that. I did do make on my 40th birthday. I did makeup on my. I did like hardcore makeup on my stream.
Aw.
One time.
Did you see? Okay, PJ's drew me yesterday. Did you see?
Shut the fuck up! No, I didn't.
Hold on, let me see.
God.
Do I still have it
if
up?
I would have known she was drawing
Do I still have it up?
I would have tuned in.
All right, hold on.
Why
Okay.
didn't you
oh,
tell
good.
me?
I don't know.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't
wouldn't
know,
have gone on the stream.
I don't know. Here, okay. So
You
here's
know I would have been there to support that.
look.
Are
Look.
you next to me though?
I'm right. I'm not next to you. I'm like
Look at you.
You're
look
down
so
here in the
cute,
corner
though.
and I'm up here. But I texted PJs and I said, "Look, this is what I want.
You're so
Look how cute that is."
adorable. Why are you crying?
It's my
Oh, no, what?
it's
I
my
know what
my sad, mad, pissed off face.
Nope, I get it.
I told her, I was just like, this is what I want my Cupid to look like. I don't want any lovey-dovey bullshit this year.
Nope.
So she did such a good job and she loved
Nope.
it. She liked the idea because she was just like, yeah, you get to draw your face in a different position. She has like a collection of my face that is phenomenal, actually, because she's literally drawn
That's
me
so
every
cute.
month for a year.
I love that.
She's literally drawn me every month for a year. So she did these two tonight, False Visual and Cine Guy. And then she
I
did...
don't know any of them. He kind of looks like, what's that guy?
This is Cody.
The-
That's Cody Shibi.
I don't know who some of these people are. Like, I still don't
Gay
know
Club.
all of the art streamers.
I love Gay Club. She's Lizzie
I don't know
is the
her.
sweetest human on the planet. Oh my gosh, she has the softest heart. She's so sweet.
You don't realize, like, I'm
I
still
didn't know what water pop looks like. That's
new.
cool. Oh wait, yes I do. I did know what water pop looks like. He
okay,
was on-
honestly, okay, if you look at all of these
There's Parlor.
streamers, the ones that I know Platypus only because she was drawing him right before she drew me.
Mhm.
I don't know Marcusio. I don't know Kennedy.
I've never seen Kennedy before.
I literally don't know any of
I
them.
don't know Girlbox. I don't know Girlbox face. I know Girlbox the user because she's around all the time.
Hoolery Smoolery, I know.
Hoolery Smoolery is a sweet pea.
I don't know
Jim is
Gimitation.
fun.
I don't know Waterbox. I don't know.
I
follow
love
Gay
I
Club
love her
Animation
hair. I love how Sarah did her hair. It's so sweet.
because, like, I got rated into her one day.
PJ's name
I
is
don't-
Sarah, by the way, if you didn't know that.
I didn't.
Yeah, and then
I
there's
don't know
Cody,
anybody's real name very much, actually.
and then there's Falsey. Falsey is one of the moderators for Cody Scheibe. And she hangs out in streams occasionally.
Honestly, I literally don't know.
And then Cine Guy, we always see Cine Guy.
I don't know any of them.
Hold on, let me scoot over. Boop.
There's just so many people. Like, it's just so hard to know everybody.
Where are... That's not the right thing.
Like, every time I feel like I know, like, most of the art streamers, then I realize I don't know fucking any of the art streamers.
Okay, so... Show more. Show more. Show more. This goes all the way back. Okay, so last year at Thanksgiving was the very first time she did any of these, or 22.
I remember that. I
Is
remember
when she did
that.
her very first party picture. I'm actually not in this one.
I remember that one because I remember, like, kind of lurking in there before I
Mhm.
even ever talked or, like, said anything to
And
anybody.
then I missed out on this one, but the very first time that she ever drew me was the December 22 advent calendar. And she was
Oh, no, I
drawing
wasn't out there for that.
everybody as a Christmas spirit. And
She's
she
so
drew
fucking adorable.
she drew a portrait a day as an advent calendar. She doesn't have the last days on here, silly goose.
She's so cute, man.
But these are all view all. Wow, that's not what
Actually,
I wanted to
I
do.
need to ask her because I was showing off my picture that she drew of me to somebody at work. And they were like, how much does she charge if I wanted her to draw me? And I was like, I don't know. I said I would ask her. I need to ask her what her commission charges are, like, for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have actually had a couple of people ask me about that since she has drawn me and I've showed them to, like, my outside of non-streamer.
If you
friends.
go to her Ko-fi, do you have her Ko-fi?
Yeah, I can find it.
It's $20 for the Valentine ones.
So but I told her I was gonna buy a sticker and a magnet because she drew me.
Yeah.
I wanna send money to her stream for sure.
Yeah.
Also, I want them for myself at my house.
Of
Thank you.
course.
She's just like such good people.
Oh, these were the last year's Cupids. You could pick your pose in your background.
Oh, that's so fun.
And then whatever typeface you wanted, and then she would. Here they are.
She's got such a
There's
good
me
thing
with
going.
blonde curly hair because that was the
No.
template that you picked. So everybody was blonde, and everybody had either curly hair or this straight hair. So basically, she just drew literally your face onto any of the bodies.
No, but she's like evolving this year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. So this is like the weirdest looking version of me because I have blonde curly hair.
Love it.
It's too cute. But I absolutely love it. I have it over here on my wall.
No, she's actually like she's going in a good place. Like she's got a
She's
brand.
amazing.
No, she like has a brand. She's embracing it. She's
Mhm.
evolving it.
Mhm.
I think that's awesome.
Yep, she does great stuff. That PJs, we love her. And those some of her other things. She draws the cutest stuff.
Like sometimes I wish I could just like fall into like a thing. You know?
Yeah. Oh, these are all the
It-
celeb ones that she's been doing. And then just some fun cuties.
Okay, is it horrible that I like the fucking like crazy horse at the very top more than anything? Or that fucking elephant. Look at that fucking elephant.
The
I'm pointing at it like
horse?
you can see what I'm pointing at right now.
I saw the elephant. I was like, what horse are you
No,
talking
keep going
Right
up.
here.
Go back up.
This guy.
Yes, the fucking horse. Three-eyed fucking unicorn.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
guess this
kidding
is
me?
either a Cody or a chaotic draw along
Dude,
piece.
can I
It's-
please have that as a sticker? That's like my
She probably has it in her Redbubble, to be quite honest. She may have it in there.
I fucking love. I'm gonna buy that sticker and I'm
There's
gonna
the
put it
elephant that we were
right
talking
next to
about.
your fucking two-headed horse
Hell yeah.
on my fucking
Whoa,
art thing.
Go away.
Oh, okay, that's so fucking cute.
Yeah. That horse is adorable.
The elephant's adorable also.
I think that's a moose with wings and donuts. Yeah, some of these
Okay,
weird.
look at the no, what I think is her best. Look at that fucking like okay, so the mermaid that's coming out with the like beehive hair with the purple.
Yes.
That right there is fucking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see more of that from her. That's stunning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where
Mhm.
she's like fucking bang. Like, don't get me wrong, I like all the like I love her like other stuff, but
Mhm.
that fucking piece right there,
Look at this guy. Love that guy.
that guy is fun.
Yep.
I would just like her.
She is awesome.
I think it would be cool for her to take some of these pieces and make like the piece that looks really realistic. Like I like the roses piece.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking amazing.
She has
Those roses pieces are fucking incredible.
She has some Book of Mermaid stuff. And then she also has some 3-print pieces of the Flower Maiden peeps. If you want to do a custom commission, it's between 120 and 200. And it's probably super detailed. I'm sure you would have to work out that with her, but
I mean, those roses pieces. That's what I like. I fucking think, man, those are stunning.
this has all the mermaids. The mermaids. How many pages? 30 pages. Not
Okay, so
intended for
speaking of
children.
mermaids, did you know that there is a TV show on Netflix called Mer People
I did not.
about people who are trying to be professional mermaids?
Oh God.
And somehow I like stumbled onto this freaking
Where do you
documentary.
find these things?
Don't ask me. Don't. Come on. Come on. You guys know me. Don't.
Where do
Somehow
you find these things?
I don't know. It was an accident. And I started watching it and I couldn't stop
That's what I
for
told my
4
parents whenever I
episodes.
found porn for the first time. I don't know, it was an
And it's
accident. What's up, Kennedy?
and I'm just saying, hey Kennedy,
We were just saying we didn't even know what you looked like until we saw you as a Cupid.
that's true. Kennedy, you have amazing hair.
It's true.
Anyway, no, I mean it is true. I'm just I'm just saying, did you know that there is a whole subculture of mer people in the world trying to be professional mermaids? And
I
they
believe it.
have a whole Netflix documentary about them. And if you start watching it, you won't be able to stop
Oh
for 4
gosh.
episodes until it's
Oh
over.
gosh.
It's like, okay, it's like the furry community,
Oh no.
but for people that want to be mermaids.
I've already seen the weird like shows. Oh gosh, was it Discovery Channel or A&E? One of those weird reality TV shows where they have the people that like transform their body into like literally trying to be animals. Yes, we said you had amazing hair.
Kennedy, we did say you have amazing hair.
We were looking
It's
at
true.
what were we like the cupids.
The cupids. Mm-hmm. But you know what the difference is between the fur community and the mermaid community is that the mermaid people, they have to be like
See?
really in shape. Like they have to like be able to do like underwater ballet and like hardcore like physical like holding
You
their
were
breath
thinking
for
of
a long
going for a
time.
buzz cut? No way.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why I'm obsessed. I don't know why I'm fixated on these mer people, but I've been talking about them all week because like for some reason I accidentally got bored and watched like 4 episodes of a documentary about mer people and now I'm just like they're out there.
They're out
They're
there.
out there and they kind of like work really hard to be fucking mermaids and it's not easy. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't do it,
Sounds
but
terrifying.
I have a little bit of respect for them now
Oh
because
god.
it seems like it's really hard, but they
Well,
really love it.
if you are a land living, air breathing human
And
wanting
you're
to
really
be
trying to be a
into
mermaid. It's very hard.
the sea life is probably going to be a struggle for you. I'm just out of the logistics of it. I'm going to say it's probably really a struggle.
So I'm just saying, if you ever go to Disney or you ever go anywhere, like apparently there's a place in Florida called Weeki-Washi. Have you guys heard of that place?
There's the tiki
And it's
room.
been around for like
There's the tiki
75
room.
years. Okay, so there's this place in Florida called Weeki-Washi. And it's
The
in a
mermaid I
national
know is
park.
an opera singer, so her lungs are top notch, probably, and she works at an aquarium. That's really cool.
So like it's a natural spring and they have like the biggest underwater like show in the world and it's been around for like 75 years.
You know what? I
since-
think Joe has actually been to that with his wife because they go on a million adventures.
And like
I want to say
I don't know,
that
it's like
they
a
have
whole
done
thing.
this. Yeah.
So like yeah, being a professional, and that's where all the professional, they started like the professional mermaid shows where like people do these like underwater ballet shows as mermaids.
That's
There's like a
so
whole
cool.
mermaid I don't even know why. Like I don't that's what I've been watching for the past 7 days. So now you guys are like getting to hear me go on and on about like professional mermaid culture. I don't.
Oh, they also know my name is Joe. Oh my gosh, Kennedy, your name is Joe as well. Okay, so no, I wasn't talking about you. We have a friend named Joe, Joseph Burke Arts. Actually, he's a streamer here. He lives in Florida, and he and his wife Alex go on many grand adventures. And
I think they have like lifetime tickets to Universal Studios and Disney.
they had a season pass for a short while, but they don't currently have any season passes.
Because I feel like they went there every single day. For a
They
minute.
they went there every single day for
Halloween.
their Halloween festival that they have, that Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights is what it's called. They go every year. And they literally go every single weekend from September to Halloween. And they go through all the houses and they do all the events and they get like backstage bits and whatever, which is really fun. And
That's super cool.
he's done Disney before as well, and they do SeaWorld a lot. They don't have children. They have 2 Chihuahuas. And so what they do is they go out and they do all the fun things that Florida has to offer. And so they go to the beaches and they go to NASA and they go to mermaid shows and a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, they definitely get their money's worth out of it. And he's got a really, it's really fun.
But he also
kinda
used to
live
work for
vicariously.
like the Blue Man Group. So he gets like
he did. He used to work.
he gets like special passes and things, right?
He can occasionally get a ticket to a show here or there. He
I just
worked.
think that's super cool.
It's really
what
cool.
a cool job.
He worked in marketing for Blue Man Group for several years.
No, he was like their head marketing person. That's like
Yeah.
a huge deal. That's amazing.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. He doesn't do it anymore, but he still has really good connections there, and he's still kind of spearheads like the fan group and still kind of keeps that group going alive. That's kind of how he got his start in the first place. Don't live in Florida, but I have a daughter and a grandson who live there. Nice. And so, yeah, he does really cool stuff with his wifey Pooh. They go on great adventures.
It's
So,
easy to do when you don't have kids.
It's true. This is so
I mean,
true.
I just have one kid, and it's like you know what I mean? It's a huge extra cost just to like take one child. On
Well,
a
and if you
vacation.
live out of state and you have to
Right.
travel, it's either, the cost of gas, the cost of airplane. there goes your budget all by itself, usually.
Right. So, like, I went on our first. Like, we've always done road trips, which isn't not as expensive,
True.
right?
Right.
And so, like this last summer, I did our first big family vacation. Where like, we flew everybody out to New York, and we did New York, and I had,
Nice,
it was
Kennedy.
like 3 people, like 3 tickets to Broadway, and I was like, I'm not rich at all, like I'm
Right.
super, super middle class, but I was like, if I would have had one other kid, I would have not have been able to afford to do this.
True. Yeah.
Like the only reason I could afford this vacation is because I only had one child.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Broadway's not cheap. No. And that was one thing that was kind of crazy. Joe and Alex just recently went, I think it was back in October. No, it was not October. It was November. Yeah, November. Because they went during Christmas time to New York City. And they went, I can't even tell you how many shows they went to, but they went to at least 4.
And those are expensive. Like, it was like,
and it was, I mean, they that was their plan. That was like their whole point in going, was to see all these shows. They saw Back to the Future and they saw Hades Town, some Titanic
it's
show.
like $200 a person to go to those shows.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
they
crazy.
saved up for it though. So
Right.
I mean,
No,
that was
no,
kind of
yeah.
like,
Exactly.
it's not like going to the movie theater where you're like, oh hey, you want to catch a movie real quick?
Yeah. No, like we saved for the New York trip
Coming
you know,
here
that
at
was something we
Christmas is
saved for
pricey.
a lot of time.
As the hotels, yeah. But I mean, they did a lot of the outdoor stuff too, like going to the parks and seeing, like doing the ice skating and the Christmas trees and Central Park and that whole, you know, the touristy things that you do. But he's been there before. He knows where to go. He used to live there when he worked for Blue Man. That's where he lived.
New York?
Yeah. So he knows his ins and outs and ways around. So, you know, that kind of helps a little bit whenever you know what the heck you're doing.
I mean, it's just so expensive to go there. Like, I couldn't pay for anything without every single time, even if we just went to like a
100%
food
Kennedy.
truck.
100%.
It was like 30 $30 every time I bought anything.
Mm-hmm.
Snacks for 3 people, $30.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it was like the cheapest thing you could get.
Right.
$30, $30, $30, $30.
Yeah.
It was very expensive.
It can
And
be.
this year I'm like, I think we're just gonna go to Galveston.
I
I was like, I don't
have
think
had
we're-
that conversation with my husband multiple times because he always wants to go to the beach, and I'm like, what do you want to do? I was like, you can hop in the car and go to Galveston, which I would not go there for the beach, to be honest. But
No, but like,
you know, you
go
gotta
to-
do.
just go to-
Us
You know what?
Midwesterners gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
you know what is super fun if you're gonna go to Florida, and it's super cheesy, but every time I've been, I have loved it, is Panama City.
What is that?
It's like Panama City Beach. It's like
Oh, okay, Panama City. Okay.
it's like it's cheaper.
I thought you said Panamosity instead of
Panama
Panama City, as in two different words. I thought it was like, what the fuck is Panamosity?
And I had never been there, but that's where like
It's
when
too
my
funny.
husband was, he's from Alabama, so like the only places he'd ever been to vacation is they would go to Panama City, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we've been like his mom can drive there easily from Alabama. So like there's been a couple of trips. We've been there several times and it's really fun. It's super quirky and there's like so much fun, like silly family oriented stuff to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like glamorous. Like it's not like people are like, oh, I'm gonna get her dust done. But like I kind of think it's like more fun. You know?
I can't say that I have been. I'm so dopey. I have 2 places I stay in Florida for free, and I don't go much. It's all right. It's all right.
But we've been doing like national parks for like, ever since COVID.
There's
we've been
so
doing, like,
many of
tons of
them,
road
and
trips.
they have a lot to do. Especially if you like that whole outdoor vibe.
And they're so beautiful. Like
They are.
I had never done the national parks until like the last 5 years.
They're
Like
so
that wasn't
pretty.
something that I was super into.
I've
but then, like,
done
COVID
so
happened.
many. I've done so many of them as a child growing up because my parents absolutely love going to see the parks. Because that was something my mom did whenever she was little, is she would go. Yellowstone is amazing. Highly recommend. Even if you're not into like hiking and stuff, they have a nice little like cabin style hotel resort, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't like calling it a resort because it's not one. But right outside on the front porch, you could stand there and watch Old Faithful go off. It's like this giant cabin. It's like multiple floors.
I actually have not been to Yellowstone.
Yellowstone's freaking amazing. And you know what? The geyser's exciting and all. It goes off every 15. But what I loved the best was the prism pool. That it's like boiling hot water, like beyond boiling hot water. You don't go near it.
Yeah, you hear about the kids that like
Yeah.
died in it trying to
Yeah,
get a selfie
because
They,
they're-
like
they're-
boiled themselves to death.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, you can't just jump in and save them, right? I mean, once you go in, you're fucking done. Literally, you are cooked to a crisp, done. So, but if you look down in it, it is literally a rainbow of colors.
awesome.
It is the coolest thing ever. If you guys haven't seen it, you need to look it up. But highly recommend it. There is lots of walking and everything. Also, God, I've been to so many damn parks. I've been to Glacier Park. Glacier National Park is gorgeous.
My sister went there, and she has the most
Gorgeous.
amazing pictures from there.
Absolutely amazing. I've been to Yosemite and saw the trees. Absolutely
Okay.
amazing.
I have a funny story about Yosemite.
Technically, the Golden Gate Bridge is a national park. I have been up into the park part, and it's really cool because there's all these little tunnels into the hillside there, because the army has like places where they used to like have like tanks and whatever, like to like fire out into the bay if they needed to. They're not there anymore, but the tunnels are still there, so you can like go in and like explore, which is really fun. And usually there's so much fog because of the way the bay is set up. The moisture comes up off, and the temperature of the wind coming up over the crest like mixes and makes clouds like instantaneously all the time. So it's like never clear, and it's like impossible to get a fucking shot of the damn bridge. It's so annoying. But it's beautiful when you can see it.
So I had never been to a national park until 2020, COVID.
You'll find
And
a list of NYC museums for a list of
we
awesome
went-
national parks. Hell yeah.
We went on a road trip to California because I used to live in California, so I have friends that live there.
Okay.
So we drove there and stayed with my friends, and then we were like, we didn't realize that I guess before 2020, you didn't have to make like reservations to national parks. You could just like drive in and stuff.
Okay. That's
So
new. See, most
yeah.
of this stuff happened when I was like teenager, so 02
So
and
no, so
before.
now to go to national parks, it's like you have to plan like months in advance
Oh,
to
good
go there.
grief.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I didn't know that at the time. So
Fun.
like we drove up, and also it was 2020, and everybody went to the national parks because they were all outside and you couldn't do anything
Right.
else.
Yeah.
So we drove to California to see my friends, and then we went to like Tombstone and like stopped at all these places. And then we were driving up and we got to see the redwoods. So we went to Redwood National Park and we drove through there and we got to see all of that. And it's like the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life.
It's really, really pretty.
Don't get me. At the end of this story, I'm going to tell you something even more fucked up, but that's okay.
Okay.
And so then we thought, okay, we're going to drive to Yosemite. We're going to get to, because we didn't want to stay or camp. We just kind of like wanted to drive through and do like the day hikes, whatever. See it.
Yeah.
So to drive into Yosemite, if you know anything about it, it takes like hours to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you drive in, as you're driving in, it just gets more beautiful and more
Yeah.
beautiful
It's
and
like
more
a magical
beautiful.
little place.
Right. It's like driving into it is like, it's like, it just gets better and better and better the farther in you go to the gate. And we get to the gate of Yosemite and they turn us away because we don't have a reservation, and they like
Those assholes.
capped off it because of like COVID. So they're like saying like if you don't have a reservation, you can't get in, all that stuff. So like literally we drove
Lame.
all the way up to the gate of Yosemite, and it got better and better and better and more beautiful and more beautiful. And it's like the most incredible scenery I've ever seen in my whole life. And I have traveled to 13 countries. I have been to a lot of places in the world. Not every place in the world, but I've been to more places in the world.
She's seen
like
a lot
some
of
people.
trees.
I'm just saying the drive into Yosemite is probably one of the most spectacular, most beautiful things I have ever seen in my entire life. And then I get right to the gate.
This is like
When it's
edging
gonna
for
get-
vacations.
No. Oh my God, exactly. That is like that is like the most exact best fucking analogy that you could ever say. But I didn't get to have the fucking finale.
God damn it. Don't you hate it when that happens?
It was like somebody edged us all the way up to like
Fucking
right
hell.
to the end, and then they
With
just said
no
bye.
release, right, Kennedy?
That's what happened to me.
Those fuckers.
That's what happened to me vacation. They said
Jesus.
bye. So then I had to turn around and leave, and I didn't even get to go in. I
Aw.
drove all the way up to the gates of Yosemite, and they said, leave.
Get the fuck out.
And then we had to leave, and I didn't actually get to go into the park.
Oh my god.
But I kind of don't regret it because even though I didn't get to go into the park, it was still the most beautiful drive I
Aw.
have ever seen in my entire life.
Aw.
Ever in my entire life.
The
Like,
most
it was
beautiful
worth it just to get
climax.
to drive up there.
The most beautiful climax.
The most beautiful non-climax I've ever had.
Oh my god.
And so I have
That
to
is
go
so
back to
great.
Yosemite someday.
It's so
But
great.
the only thing that makes me feel good about it is that at that time we didn't know Nova needed glasses.
Oh no.
So like we went on this huge road trip. Like, and on the way home we went to fucking the Grand Canyon.
Okay, I've been
So
there.
so we saw Redwoods, almost Yosemite, which is
Did you
pretty
drive all the
fucking
way down the
phenomenal.
coast?
We did not do Big Sur.
Okay, so we went. Oh god, this was like the best / worst 2-week long in a Malibu family vacation, but also the best memory wise. But god, it's too tiny for grown ass people to be in a car for that long. We started out in Oklahoma City, went up to Denver, went straight up through Idaho, stopped and saw where my grandparents were buried up in the mountains in Idaho land. And then we went over to Yosemite and then over to Glacier. And then we went over to Washington and did the Seattle thing.
Oh
Right?
my god, that sounds like such a great trip.
Drove all the
Holy
way
shit.
through Oregon and all the way down the coast, stopped at San Francisco, and then we came all the way down and went to Hollywood and did the LA touristy things and went to Universal while we were there. And then we went down farther into Vegas, stayed the night in Vegas. Literally, it was dark and we stayed the night in Vegas and then we woke up and we left. That's how long we stayed in Vegas. And then we drove and did the whole Grand Canyon thing and the Hoover Dam and the whole shebang for that, and then we drove home. It was so long of a trip. Holy shit, but it was like you have memories that are positive.
It's so good. So like here's the thing with Nova though. So like we went and saw the Redwoods, almost saw Yosemite, went all through like we went through a whole nother national park in California, like then some other like national forests,
Mm-hmm.
which are super beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went down and we took Nova through Vegas at night so she could see like the lights.
The lights and stuff.
We didn't stay there, we just drove through the strip.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. We kept asking Nova, like, how beautiful is this? And she's a really good car writer. So she's not the kind of kids like, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Right.
She's just like super chill. And we kept saying, like, look at this beautiful scenery. Don't you see how beautiful it is? And she was just like, yeah, playing on her tablet. Bitch couldn't see shit.
Oh god.
Like, we get home and we took her to the eye doctor, like, literally a month after this happened.
Aww.
Bitch is blind.
Aww.
She didn't see any of it.
That poor baby.
She couldn't see any of it. She like looked at the pictures and she was like, "Oh wow, that's really pretty," but I couldn't see it when I was there. We took her
Thanks,
to see the Redwoods. We took her to see Yosemite. We took her to see. She looked out into the Grand Canyon and just saw a blur.
Oh my god.
I feel like it's horrible. It is
Aw.
horrible. I took my daughter to see like the most beautiful things in the entire world and she couldn't fucking see any of it.
Oh my god.
And we didn't know.
That poor baby.
She was like, "Yeah, this is great."
She probably had a blast because she was just there with you guys, but
No,
oh my
but
gosh.
she did, but like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's so funny.
It's funny, not funny at
I
the
know,
same
the
time.
poor baby. And she probably didn't know the difference, right? So it
Because
was just,
we were like, look up at the redwoods, look how beautiful they are, and she just saw blur. She's
just
like,
it was
they're
probably
great.
it was probably a very gorgeous watercolor.
Oh my god.
Let's see, what other parks do we want to do? Okay, so
Anyway, that's my like funny story about national parks is that I took my daughter to see all of
that's
them on this big trip, and she actually
hilarious.
couldn't see them at all.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Oh my
god.
gosh. And I've
Oh and yeah,
just
well,
been going to
she's.
town on this hand.
I mean, we may not take her again, but guess what? She has her. She's gonna be able to go
She
see
was
them
there.
again, and she's gonna go and see them and be like, "Holy crap, this is so amazing!" And then she's gonna tell whoever she's with, her husband or her friend, she's like, "God, I was here before. My parents took me, and I couldn't see anything." It's gonna be like a. I hope that someday it's gonna be like a funny story for her.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I was here before, but I couldn't actually see it.
That's funny.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I hope happens. I
That's
don't know.
really funny, actually.
It's horrible. It was like amazing for me because I had never been to any of those places, but like I hated that she didn't see.
Yeah.
We couldn't understand why she wasn't as excited about the scenery as we were, because she like just didn't care.
We took our kids. My husband and I took our kids up the coast of California. They were really little though. And so they probably don't remember a ton of it, but we made it up to Lake Tahoe and got to hang out up there for a while. It was really cool. They've got some really fun like waterfall spots where you can actually get out and like climb out on the rocks and stuff, which is really fun. And you can actually, it's cold as hell, and their beaches are not sandy. They are giant ass fucking rocks on Lake
Well,
Tahoe.
yeah, not all beaches are made equal. So like
True.
Kennedy
Just
says,
let you
don't
know.
sweat it. My kids hardly remember Yosemite.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Kids remember their own version of family family vacations.
I cannot wait until she's an adult and I want to ask her like, because this was a 3-week trip. This was a huge trip, driving from Texas to like
Yeah.
all through California and back. Like
Yeah,
it was like a huge deal.
That's a lot of driving.
Well, and we stayed with several of our friends, in California at the time. But like,
Well, and a lot
I will
of
be
the
interested to hear about like what do you remember most about this trip?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be interested to hear what her
Well, and a
thoughts
lot
are
of
when she's older.
is it New Mexico or is it Arizona that you drive
We
through all
went
the
through-
forest?
We went through Arizona because like I had to go to Tombstone. We wanted to go to like
Okay.
Tombstone, Arizona to
Yeah.
so like my dad was like a
Huge
huge
Western.
That's why I have like
fan.
obviously Clint Eastwood on my channel. Is
Yeah.
like as a child, he didn't watch cartoons with me. He would make me like every time I went to visit my dad as a kid, he would make a pallet on the floor and he would force me to watch the spaghetti westerns with him
Hell
when
yeah.
I was 5.
Of course.
So I'm not. So like I'm obsessed with Clint Eastwood because like I was like I don't know brainwashed into it.
That's
But
alright.
like he also loved Tombstone and Doc Holliday, and so I
Hell
spread
yeah.
some of his ashes right in front of the OK Corral,
Hell
and that's why
yeah.
we went there.
That's awesome. that
So
you
we
got
went to
do that.
Tombstone, but we went that way. We went like down through Arizona and
Okay.
up. So like I know like there's so many ways you can go.
Yeah, like one of the main ways is it takes you through a forest, which is technically a national park. There's a lot of like smaller national parks that are not super famous that you can be like, "Yep, went there." I'm
Want
just
to
sitting here
hear
like
an
zoning out
eyesight
to
fail?
Shading Land over here. I've been on longer than I should be.
There's a really funny, good-looking doctor on YouTube. I mean, charismatic and buff and smart, Dr. Mike. And he was doing a vid with a friend who is a woman who is blind. And she's given toy animals and she figures them out. And he raised his hand for a high five and then she guessed right. Wait, what?
He asked her for a high five when she got it right. Jesus. He was trying to celebrate her correctness with giving a high five and she couldn't see. It's so fucked up. And hilarious all at the same time.
I'm glad that you got that because my brain did.
Are you
It's
still
still, like-
processing it?
Yes.
Okay. A blind woman guessing plastic animals that are placed in her hand. When she guesses
Oh.
it right, the doctor's like, "You're right. Good job. High five." How is
I
the
think
blind woman going to be able to see where his hand is to give a high five?
Oh.
He just made the high five move. He didn't even say it. That makes it even worse.
I think this might be an example of like how my brain is like not normal.
It's okay, Parlor. We
Because-
got you.
Because I was like, I don't understand what. I was like reading that whole paragraph over and over
It's
again and not
okay.
understanding it at all.
Do you get it now, though, right?
I do now that you
Okay.
explained it to me, but like
Okay. Well, you're good.
I
then.
would have read that 100 times and not ever come up with that. Like
It's all right.
I would have come up with. I would have been like, I don't know. It's so weird to me how people's brains are so different.
It's all right. That's what makes us special. Should we find somebody to rate out too? Because it's 1:45
Yeah, it's
in
late.
Central Time.
Toilet is up and running.
He's flowing.
Yeah, he's flushing.
Toilet's up and flowing.
He's up and flushing.
What's he doing? Gaming?
Yeah, he's playing
Trying out this
Risk
Pal
of Rain
World.
2, whatever that is.
The title says Pal World, though. Like a mod for Pal World. You know what?
Oh.
We should raid Kitten Biscuits because she raids us all the time.
You know what? She is also on.
I think we'll do her tonight, and if Toilet's on another night, we'll definitely raid him. But she raids me all the time, and I want to return the favor.
You know
She's a
what?
sweet
you should
pea.
totally. You should raid Aver her.
Raid Aver? What?
Like a raid favor.
A raid? Oh.
Like raid Aver.
Yes.
And that's where my brain goes. Like your brain can make sense of that fucking paragraph, but my brain
That's totally fine.
can like
Oh my
push words
gosh.
together that don't make any sense at all. to most
Dude, Kennedy, thank you for popping in and hanging out. I hope you come back and hang out with us again soon.
people. Yeah, Kennedy.
Always a pleasure. You can rewrite it. No, it's okay. Don't rewrite it. It's totally fine.
No, it's you don't have to Oh, Kennedy, I wasn't even following you. I'm following
fine.
you now.
So we were doing hand studies all night tonight. So we started over here with some like wireframe poses. And then we got more detailed as the night went on. Did I do one over here? Nope, we didn't.
Kennedy, it was not a
So-
writer fail. I
There
am
you
just
go.
super ADHD. And your writing is probably super normal.
It's okay. Art
My brain
Parlor
is
is one of the
super weird.
special ones, but we love her.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
okay. Thank
It's
you.
not you, it's me.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, you guys. I appreciate it. I really, really do. You make my heart all squishy whenever you hang out and chat with me. That raid is going. Let me make sure I click into her stream. Wait, where the fuck did she go? Oh, there she is. Okay, scared me for a second. Scared me for a second. All right, let's get out of here. I'll see you guys. I'll probably be back on Friday.
See you Friday.
8765321.